Question is, what if your child could get a head start on their future with no strings attached? Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah, a new program is putting real money, and we are talking about real money, thousands of dollars into investment accounts for local middle schoolers.
Our Mercedes McKay right here to break it all down for us. And Mercedes, first of all, what is this program?
Yeah, it almost seems too good to be true, you guys. So it's called the On Our Block St. Louis Investment Program, and this is a partnership between the James S. McDonald Foundation, Edward Jones, and Mobility Capital Finance, that's known as MoCaFi. It's a national company. So think of it like a local version of baby bonds. So it's an early investment in your child's future. So the fund will invest $5,000 each for 300 rising 8th graders across St. Louis County. And once students graduate high school, they can use that investment for 4 different things, whether that's higher ed, entrepreneurship, home ownership, or they can open a retirement savings account. So it's really cool.
Oh, wow. So I'm guessing there are qualifications for families.
Yeah,
Is that
there are
right?
a couple. So it's
Okay.
based on your school district and your income. So let's take a look. Your child has to go to one of these school districts. So those are St. Louis Public Schools, Normandy, Hancock Place, University City, Hazelwood, or Ferguson-Florissant School Districts. And then families must meet income guidelines. So that means the total household income has to be at or below 80% of the area's median income. So what does that look like for you at home? So for a family of 4 in St. Louis County, that means making $82,550 a year or less. Then for a family of 2, that would be $66,000. The income limit obviously goes up depending on how many people live in the home. And the application is available this morning on their website. It's really, really cool.
Yeah,
Right. It sounds wonderful. A lot of folks are now like, oh, how do I take part in this? But does a child have to go to one of those schools to be eligible?
Yeah, so they're starting it kind of in a smaller school district. So they're starting it small, it's new, and then they're gonna hopefully be able to expand it.
So if your child doesn't go to the school, like how can people start saving?
Right, I know everyone at home is like, okay,
Yeah.
well, if my child doesn't go there, what can we do? And I know a lot of people may think I can't do it, I don't have the money right now, but financial experts say you can. So first you wanna start early. Time is your best friend, so the earlier you start, the more you have for your savings to grow. Second, you wanna explore savings and investments accounts. So not all are going to be the same, so you just wanna figure out what's best for your household. So whether that's a 529 college savings plan or even a Roth IRA to put money away. Third, you want to automate your savings. So obviously we all know even with budgeting, life can get hectic. It's super easy to forget. So if you set up those automatic transfers from your checking account to your savings, even if it's $20, $50 a month, it will go a long way and then you don't have to think about it.
Right.
And then it's really important to involve your child when they're old enough and start talking to them about savings. So for example, I know my family did this, like when I would get money from aunts, uncles, grandparents, my mom would make me give them half, and that went into my college savings.
Wow.
My parents always did that, and growing up, I always would get annoyed, but
Yeah.
I learned it so early on that I was just used to every time I got money, putting it half. And then when I ended up getting to college, my mom was like, you're on your own, you can do what you want, and I just got used to putting half into a savings account.
Really?
And I was gonna say, and then you spent it all.
Oh, you were disciplined enough
Yeah.
to keep half all the time.
Yeah, and do I do that now?
Not so much.
Depends,
Not so
depends.
much.
But important for Ferguson-Florissant parents, they're actually hosting workshops. And today's the first workshop at the district headquarters. They want to make sure there's no barriers with this. So reach out to your school district also if you have any questions, if you're one of those to get involved in this. But Ferguson-Florissant really wants to make sure parents don't have any issues with trying to apply.
Well, the savings is so important, but also the financial literacy component.
Yes.
And I know a lot of banks, like even Scott Credit Union, they do some wonderful things to get into schools to help people do the savings
Yes.
and all that stuff, because it
Yes.
really does make a huge impact. in
It really
people's lives.
does. And again, starting early is huge too.
Every little bit counts. Every little bit counts. Thanks, Mercedes.
Well, neighborhoods leveled, destroyed.